I currently have COVID, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds really weird. I am taking the opportunity, now that I've been isolated, to catch up on some of the reviews that I've been wanting to do that I haven't had the time to do. So here it goes. I have read a couple Holly Black books that I hadn't read before, and I reread The Coldest Girl in Cold Town. This, however, is going to be about the Book of Night specifically. It is a absolutely wonderful book, and I highly recommend it to everyone. You guys know that I am a huge Holly Black fan, and so it will come as no surprise that I am just completely on board with this book. I think that what Holly Black specializes in is what I'm going to describe as the what if, which is kind of another way of talking about magical realism, but it's also like she takes one question and she makes that the center of her entire fantasy book. So in Coldest Girl in Cold Town, it's like, what if vampires were revealed to the world as being real? But in this book, it's like, what if people's shadows were able to become separate entities from them, and what if they had magic in them? Which I just think is a really cool concept. Shadows have always been, you know, they represent like the shadow self. There's a whole bunch of mythology behind shadows, and that's one of the things that's brought up a lot in the book. It's kind of the existing mythos in shadow literature. But I felt like she took all of the existing mythology and all of the existing tropes and made them entirely her own, which is another thing that I think that she does really, really well. I will say I find it very funny that she makes Springfield, Massachusetts always like the place where everything goes down. In Coldest Girl in Cold Town, of course, it's where the huge vampire ball is. It's one of the oldest cold towns, and it's the place that all the streaming comes out of. But in this, it's like there's a huge event to do with the shadows in Springfield, Massachusetts, and you're just like, yes, it's a Holly Black book that I'm reading. It has to take place in Springfield. Also, like all the other Holly Black books, including the ones that are currently going viral on TikTok, which I'm very happy about, by the way. Might not seem happy, I just think that she has better books than the ones that are going viral. But it has a very strong female character who is slowly finding out what she's capable of, and, you know, working really hard to protect the people that she cares about, which I think is such a beautiful concept that is always featured in Holly Black's books. Also, there's a car that is kind of important to the character of the main female. Holly Black always somehow weaves like vehicles into her literature as well. Beautifully elegant plot twist, skillfully written, and a crushing ending. So that is my analysis of Book of Night. I really hope that you read it. I hope in general that people read more Holly Black books than just the Cruel Prince series. It is a wonderful series, and I loved it, and I understand why people like it, but people should go and read her entire writing, because I just feel like Coldest Girl in Cold Town is like my favorite book ever. I read it like 10 times. Book of Night is so fun. The Modern Fairy Chronicles, if anyone ever asked me what I would recommend, what series I would recommend, I always recommend that one. And I'm currently reading The Poison Eaters, which is like the short story collection, and it's all just so perfect. So just read more than just The Cruel Prince. Like, you will not regret it. I promise.